I have been using Chocolatey as a package manager for Windows for quite a few years. I use it almost on a weekly basis to upgrade the software and even to install software packages. If I go to the command line and if I run this choco list command and list the local packages that I have installed using Chocolatey, you can see that there are more than 130 software or packages that I manage through Chocolatey. I don't use the GUI installer or the click to install any software. If there is a package available in Chocolatey, I would prefer that to be installed using Chocolatey. So you can see I install things like Zoom, then WhatsApp, VS Code, Terraform, then Scaffold, Python, Git. So all kinds of software. It is not just the end user software, but also things like .NET Framework, Docker Desktop, then Azure CLI, 7-zip, utilities, anything that is available as part of Chocolatey package. I tend to use Chocolatey to manage the installation and upgrades of those software. Now, recently I faced a problem because in my weekly or on multiple basis during a week, when I do the upgrade of the software, I run this command called Choco Upgrade all. And when I do that, I give a flag which says update all the packages which are available for upgrade. And before doing that, I can also run the Choco outdated command, which will tell me based on what is the current version that I have installed on my laptop and what is the available version. So you can see if I run this command today, there are 8 packages which have been outdated or which are outdated on my machine. If I run Choco upgrade all, it will upgrade all these packages. The problem I faced recently was there is this Docker Desktop package available 4.16.2 version, and that has a bug. It doesn't start normally on Windows, it just hangs, and even the previous version 4.16.1 had this problem. So I had to downgrade Docker Desktop to a working version which is 4.15, and I wanted to make sure that when there is an upgrade available, I don't upgrade Docker Desktop. So the one way I can do that is when I run Choco upgrade all, I can provide a flag here which says accept. So if we look at the help command for Choco upgrade, we will find that it has these different command line flags which we can use to customize the behavior of automatically upgrading all the packages. So there is this Choco upgrade, and we can provide a specific package. So out of those 8 packages that we saw in the outdated packages, I can give a specific name and say Choco upgrade Azure Data Studio. Then it will upgrade only this particular package. But if I want all those packages which are outdated, I can use this special flag called as all. And in that case, it will upgrade everything. Now, along with all, we can also skip a certain package by giving this -- except flag. In this case, we can give the name of the software which says like an example here, Choco upgrade all except Skype and conemu. So it will upgrade all the packages except for Skype and conemu. The problem with this approach is every time we are doing a upgrade and using all, we need to remember all those package names or software names which needs to be skipped. There is a better way which is called as pinning the software version. So if we look at the output of Choco outdated version command, there is this flag called pin, and we can see it is false for Azure Data Studio, but for Docker Desktop it is set as true and false for all others. What the pin command does is it helps us to suppress the upgrades, and this is especially helpful when we do the Choco upgrade all. So first thing we can do, or there are examples of how we can use Choco pin. We can see Choco pin list to see the list of all the softwares which have been pinned, and we can add a software to the list in different ways. We can use a short form like -n and name of the software like Git, or we can use a long form by giving -- name, and we can also specify the version, exact version of the software. This could be where there are multiple versions of the same software allowed on a machine. We can use this version approach. So let's go and first try what are the pin software that we have. So if I do Choco pin and list, we will see that there is one version, Docker Desktop 4.15.0, which is pinned. And the way we pin the software or we add the software to this is, I can say Choco pin and then add. I can give the name of the software -n, or I can give -- name. Docker Desktop is the name of the software that I want to pin. When I want to remove this from the list, I can use the Choco pin and remove option. So let me quickly show you what happens in the Choco Upgrade command. If I run Choco Upgrade all and we give yes as the flag to say we are accepting all the prompts. So it will list, or it will iterate through all the software that we have and check if we have the latest version installed or not. And then it will update those versions where there is an upgrade available. So in our case, we have Azure Data Studio, which has an upgraded version. It downloads the package and it updates it. So the next software in the list is Docker Desktop, and luckily it's second on the list. So once this update is completed, what we will be seeing is the Docker Desktop will be skipped during this update. So you can see on the output here that it's installing the Azure Data Studio, and once the Azure Data Studio is completed, we should be heading over to the next software. So I'll fast forward here and we will come back when the installation starts for, or the upgrade tries to do upgrade for Docker Desktop. So here we can see that the upgrade of Azure Data Studio was successful, and the upgrade process continues for Chocolatey to check against each of the software that we have to see if we have the latest version. We have reached the Docker Desktop check here, and you can see that Docker Desktop is pinned and it is skipping the pinned package. This will continue for the remaining packages, and Choco Upgrade all will upgrade all these remaining packages, the EKSCTL, GitHub, command line, Google Drive, and the remaining ones. So I hope you found this useful when you want to skip the particular version of a software. There could be different scenarios where you might want to skip, like I showed, where there is an upgraded version with a bug available and you don't want to upgrade. Another scenario where you might want to pin a version could be because of the organization policy, which says that you can use only a certain approved software. So in that case, if you are using Chocolatey to manage the upgrade of your software and you don't want to upgrade to a next level of next version of the software because it's not approved by your organization, you can use the pin feature there. It can also be used in another scenario where licensing. You have the license for a very specific version of the software and you can't use that license with another version. So in that scenario, again, I see the pinning feature being used as part of the Chocolatey. If you found this useful and you would like to know more about how to install and upgrade software using Chocolatey, I did a video in the past. You can have a look at that. Specifically for Docker Desktop, if you are into containers, I did a video on installing Docker Desktop also using Chocolatey. So you can watch those two videos. Thanks for watching this. Until next time, code with passion and strive for excellence.